And you are listening to the Raiders Fan Radio Podcast, taking that lighter journey into the dark side with Murph, Swag Jeff, and Michelle. She's got great hair. It's a little pink, it's a little purple, whatever it is. I'll tell you what, if I could grow it, I would sign up for that color today. So listen to her and the entire crew as they give you all the information on the Raiders on the podcast that benefits the One Nation Foundation. It's a great cause. It's a great pod. Tune in, turn it up. Here it comes, all that Raiders info and takes coming at you right now.
Jackpot, baby. Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, L.A., Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murph's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, Biletnikoff, a leaking pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Biletnikoff at the 50, time running down, Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. So I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
You are listening live to Raiders Fan Radio. Take it away, guys.
Hey, Raider Nation!
Hey, Raider Nation!
Y'all let us know if you can hear us okay. I think you can. I think we're in good. I think we've sound checked this damn thing enough. And so here we are. We're at the amazing 2024 Biletnikoff Crab Fest. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
So we're excited to be here, Raider Nation. Excited to share this with you all. And let me right here at the very, very top express our extreme gratitude. We just found out that we're at table number 1. Like we're literally like right next to the stage, like front row. And can't get that. That's like the fan part of it where I get so excited about. None of that happens without your generosity. None of that happens without your kindness. None of that happens without the likes, the subscribes, the reviews, the monetary donations, obviously, but even for those of you that can't donate monetarily, just the way that you support Raiders Fan Radio and ultimately the One Nation Foundation, y'all, we cannot thank you enough, man. Thank you so very, very much. So we are excited. We're getting ready to start the there we go. So we're getting ready to start the registration here. Is in about 15 minutes. What's up, Jay Jackson?
Jay!
Navajo on the go. What's up, brother?
Beautiful.
How are you, man? Good to see you.
You too.
Look into that
What's up,
camera
my
and just
guy?
say hi to Raider Nation.
Right here.
Down here.
Down
You
here.
gotta get over here. There he is.
Hey everybody,
Hey.
Jackson here.
There he
Navajo
is.
on the go, and I'm here with Murph and Michelle. Raiders Fan Radio. If you're not watching, what are you doing? Get on your computer and watch them.
Such a great question.
You're the best.
You're the best. Good
Thank
to
you,
see
Jay.
you.
Good to see you, brother.
Oh, you too.
Hi, how are you? I'm Murph. Nice to meet you.
Oh,
She's the Raider Goddess.
Oh, the Raider
Okay.
Goddess. Oh, awesome,
Cool.
man.
Nice to
Awesome.
meet
Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Raider Nation. So, we're just getting started here. We got Josh Caminite is over here off camera with Raider Dad, and we're going to visit with Josh Caminite here in just a little bit. But before we get to that, I got to introduce, of course, my second best friend and yours, the woman that adorns the southern annex of the Murph Fan Cave couch chair thing. What's up, Michelle?
Hey! It's so exciting to be here. We're going to be able to talk to so many really great Hall of Famers, and just the fundraising aspect of it is just so exciting because you're going to help so many people, and this couldn't have been done without Raider Nation, and that's what makes it even more exciting. So thank you all who have listened, shared, liked, donated, all of those things. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. We cannot thank you all enough.
Yeah.
And and this is like, obviously we're doing good for the Biletnikoff Foundation based on your generosity, but we're promoting the One Nation Foundation. One Nation Foundation, again, it doesn't grow unless Raiders Fan Radio grows. So I feel gross sometimes being like, hey, subscribe to our channel, or like, making the Twitter post, the obligatory Twitter post where I'm like, hey, follow. But without that, we don't get the love to the One Nation Foundation.
Yeah.
And not only for what you all do directly, but by doing that, by supporting Raiders Fan Radio, we get endorsements. We get corporate sponsors like United Rentals, like Bridgestone, like the boy Will Compton. Those things don't happen if we don't have a voice. And so thank you again. Thank you for all of your support. All right, we got a lot to look forward to.
Shout out Swag.
You shout out Swag. I've been shouting that guy out all day long.
We want to send our love to our bestie,
Absolutely.
Swag Jeff. Had some family emergency pop up, and he's taking care of business. He is a good dad and son. So go, Swag. We love you. We miss you. And our spouses too.
And our spouses too. So it's one of the things that coming in, just to give you a little housekeeping here, a little inside info. This is normally like an end of the year big celebration for us. All of our spouses are able to attend. We have a lot of our friends that will come to this. The Murphys joined us last year. Shout out Scarlett and QB Jeff, as you know him on this show. They were able to come with us, and it's like an annual, just a pat on the back, or for Raiders Fan Radio. And unfortunately, this year we weren't able to do that just by the timing of the event and some circumstances that popped up. So we were already on a kind of a skeleton crew, and now it's just you and me.
Now it's just us.
Thankfully, we got Josh Cameron here. He's gonna help hold it down. He's gonna pinch it for Swag Jeff. Hey, you want to be my temporary best friend? But anyway, so we appreciate Josh and appreciate Angela from the Biletnikoffs. She's such an amazing person, and what she does with the foundation.
She puts in so much work for this event.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it would take to create something like this. It must be so overwhelming, and she does it it probably takes up the year just getting all of the people, all of the donations, the silent auction stuff. She works so hard for this. So
absolutely,
big ups to her.
Absolutely. And shout out Lenny. Love Lenny, man, for the Biletnikoff Foundation. Thank you, Lenny.
Josh and Josh.
Yeah, Lenny snapped my
Lenny's got
thing.
Play with the Wi-Fi, kicks off there, come in here, jumps back on.
You want to come in and poke your head in again and say hi? We're live now this time.
Yeah.
We're live?
There we go.
Yes. Pop your face in there.
Good, a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower.
All right, here.
There you go.
Limbo.
Hi,
Hello,
Lenny.
everybody. Fun time here at the Crab Fest 2024.
That's right.
Angela and Fred Biletnikoff. Big game coming Sunday. Going to get back in the winning streak.
Let's go. Come on, Lenny. Talk about it. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
Absolutely. But so we appreciate everybody that's associated with this event. It's such an incredible thing. We're so proud to do it. All right. So we could potentially have some guests, Michelle. So let me read the guest list here. You take over for a second. I got to get the list.
Oh, okay. Well, let me shut up the chat.
Okay.
Let me do that. Let me take my glasses off because.
Hey, how are you?
So
good to see you.
Oh, Kevin the Raider Nerd's in the chat. Hooligan's in there. Vibe. My girl Vibe's in there.
Hey,
Kenny Clark.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you again.
Hi, good to see you. How you doing? Sacktown Raider Mike's in there. Super D, Kenny Clark, Tony Sheffer, Trinidad.
Yeah, we're
Trinidad's
live.
in there.
You come over and say hi.
Swag's
This
in
is
there.
the camera right
Yeah, you
here.
come just pop your face right here.
Put her right, say hi.
Hi guys. Snavel Hostess on the go.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so our attendee list, and I don't know if we'll get any of these people for crying out loud, but this is what we're going to shoot for. So we got Napoleon McCallum, former Raiders running back, Mike Haynes, Phil Villapiano, Lincoln Kennedy, George Atkinson, Jim Plunkett, Sandra Douglas Morgan. There we go. Thank you, Jay. Navajo on the go. Hit him up on the Facebooks.
The Facebook. Kids do it.
Sandra Douglas Morgan, Don Morgan, Mark Davis. Who's that guy?
Who's Mark Davis?
Mark Davis.
He must be new.
Weird.
He must be new.
Yeah. Justin Fargas, how about that? Matt Millen, if you need him. Speaking of great linebackers, Rod Martin is going to be here. Let's see, we've also got Teo Johnson, Ira Matthews, Rick Upchurch, he was a Bronco, John Lucas. Man, we got some great attendees to this thing. So we'll find out who we get to come through here and to sit down with us. But man, what an amazing event this is. Talk a little bit about it, Michelle, in terms of what the Biletnikoff Foundation does. Why are we here? Why is this a charity that we choose to donate to? Why it's important to us? Talk a little bit about those things.
Tracy's Place of Hope was created to help women just have a safe space to recover from domestic abuse, and it gives them, they help them find jobs and just gives them a place to just remember who they were before the abuse.
Yeah.
So it's a special place in my heart because I've been there and I've lived through that, and so I know how important it is to have people that you don't even know care about your future and your life and you just being here on the planet. So it is such a special thing. And it's the what's the name of the place that they built in Vegas? I can't remember.
It's the St. Jude.
The St. Jude.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of it.
So I think that I think they're highlighting that again tonight. But it's just so
it's basically
necessary.
An extension of Tracy's Place of Hope.
It's just so needed, and I just love everything about this. And obviously the Biletnikoffs they're just so precious.
They're so sweet. We haven't had a chance to see Fred yet, unfortunately. We just seen Angela, so hopefully Freddie will have a chance to join us here a little bit. Usually he's our first guest.
Yeah,
usually we kind of kick it off with Freddie.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to see him yet, but yeah, it's just such a great event. We met Angela's daughter.
Yeah,
she's a sweetheart.
She's really sweet.
So that was pretty cool. But yeah, Raider Nation, we can't thank you enough. Maybe even Antonio Pierce, who we met last year, will make an appearance. But yeah, just such a great event, such a great cause. And again, anything that you do to support the One Nation Foundation will go to support these amazing, amazing folks.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Raiders. Here's what I'm thinking,
This
Michelle.
is supposed to be a fun event for me, Murph. Okay.
So
what
we're
you're
down
thinking.
all these players,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
We're down Max.
Right.
We're down Devontae. We're down Michael Mayer. We were already down Malcolm Kuntz. We know we're down Marcus Epps. Who else am I missing? There is a plethora of injuries. On the heels of the business decision quote from Antonio Pierce, this thing is going to get real definitive real fast. We're going to find out the character of this organization. We're going to find out if some of these player things were related to the business decision. Because there's a lot of speculation going on out there. It's rampant. It's all over the damn place, and that's already been the talk around here. And we're going to get to another hot rumor here in a minute too about some of the things that are going on. But it's really interesting that I think that it's unfortunate, but it's just the way that it is. It's getting to be a definitive point in Antonio Pierce's young head coaching career, and it's week 4.
It's so early for that. Like, it feels so early to be at a place where you're like, and especially with all of the injuries that you just listed, like, what does that mean for the Raiders going forward? We know that 2 of those guys aren't coming back this season, right? Kuntz and
Epps are gone
for the season. So things just getting thinner. Depth keeps getting thinner, and we were already a questionable team at this point. So where do you go from here? Aside from somebody just surprising everybody, and
this is the time
this
for
is
it.
your time.
You know what
if you want to make a name for yourself, now's the time.
Yeah, come on, Snowden.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Come on, Tyree Wilson, for crying out loud. Like, let's go, man.
Crying out loud.
We have 3 defensive ends that are going to be active in this game. And I know that there's been some talk about Max coming back, but even if he does, even if he pushes himself back, we saw what Max on a limp kind of leg looked like last week. I mean, he wasn't as impactful. Still 70% of Max Crosby is better than 100% of a lot of other people.
Yeah.
But like, that's where we're at, and then we'll see what Harrison Bryant does, backing up Brock Bowers, obviously, so we'll see where that goes. But this is a time, man, where it's like the Raiders are going to define themselves really fast. We're going to get the character of this football team in 2 days.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because they didn't come out hot, so it would feel a little better if you felt like there was a semblance of connection with the team.
Oh, like we smoked the Panthers last week or something.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. So now there's questions on top of questions. There already weren't a lot of answers. There were already nothing but questions. So now there's more. Raiders.
We're like, man, it's always something with this damn football team, man. It's like, I don't get it. And you guys have heard me say this numerous times, but it's like, doesn't matter who the head coach is. It doesn't matter who the owner is. It doesn't matter what city they play in. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It's always the same shit with this football team.
Why?
And no wonder that Vegas and national media and everybody underplays what the Raiders are going to do in the season, but then we find out they're not underplaying it. They're just calling it the way that it's going to be. And us dopey clowns over here are like talking ourselves up into 14-win seasons. Michelle and I had a conversation in the cab on the way over here. We're like, this is never going to happen again. We are not going to let our hope and our optimism override our brains going into the season. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. If they've run off 4 or 5 games where they're dominant and look good, and it's like, okay, man, okay, then I'll buy in. But one win in Baltimore, that ain't gonna be enough going forward.
And let me tell you, y'all know me. I almost always am glass half full about this team. I'm almost always thinking that there is a possibility. They're not going to get that from me anymore. I need to see a consistent bunch of good things happening. Not just, like you said, not just one win. One win's not going to do it for me anymore. I need to see consistent improvement in a lot of different areas, not just one area. That's the other thing. It's not like, the defense needs to step up. The offense. I mean, the defense has been good, but now they're getting very thin. So they're not getting that hope from me anymore. They're just not.
Yeah, and it's like, is
Wyoming Raiders said, Murph, stop lying to yourself. We're not lying. We're telling the truth.
Stop lying. You know what's funny though is definitive as that win was, seemingly definitive as that win was against I've said definitive a lot tonight, against the Baltimore Ravens. It was impactful. I'll just say that. It was a big deal. Like, there was a lot of boxes that got checked. East Coast game, early time, NFL MVP, superior defense, not superior defense, but a very, very good defense, Derrick Henry, all the things guess what? It all went away. It evaporated in 6 days.
I don't even remember
it's
it.
bananas to me. Like, that's how fast that shit went away. And it's like, man, you want to talk about, this is why we're not relevant on the national stage. Because they can't friggin' string together 2 friggin' wins. It's brutal, Michelle.
It is brutal, and it gets very exhausting trying to find something positive to say, aside from I love Raider Nation, and the Raider Nation is what makes this possible.
This is what, Because if it wasn't for this.
I don't know if you're on TV.
We'd
be doing that taco and pizza podcast.
We'd be doing the taco and pizza podcast, And I'm still not ruling that out, by the way.
No, I still think it's a great idea.
Tacos
I
and
don't
pizza
mind a good
it's just
side
an excuse
mission.
for us
I love a side mission.
One of the reasons we love doing the show is because we just like to get together and bullshit anyways. So let's just bullshit about pizza and tacos.
We'll just spin it into a Raiders tailgate highlight. We'll still talk about the Raiders, but we'll talk about what are great foods to have at a tailgate. Then we can go there.
All right, we're putting Mojo on notice because Mojo's putting together and hold on. And by the way, shout out Mojo and much respect and big prayers up for everybody in North Florida. Hey, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Everybody in North Florida and the Carolinas and all that stuff, big time flooding and even East Tennessee I saw. So prayers up to all of you all out there. But Mojo's going to put on a big tailgate for us at the Tampa Bay game. So that might be our first official kickoff to the tacos and pizza review. Probably more tacos than pizza.
Sure,
at the tailgate.
That's true.
Pizza's not really a tailgate food, is it?
It's really not, but I'll figure out how to spin it into it. If I can make pizza, I will do. That's gonna be my goal.
Okay, I'll figure out a way to like little square pieces of pizza or something like that. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this camera around because I want people to see. No, you're good, Josh. You stay there, brother.
You're fine.
I want people to see what's going on here, and let's see. Let me see if I can get this to work. Oop! Wow, what did I just do there? Oh, there it goes. Oh, there we go. All right.
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
All right, so you see the room starting to fill up a little bit over there. We got some folks trickling in while we're taking this shot of the Crab Fest stage, which we're going to leave on all night. So anybody that's watching this, I'm just going to leave everything plugged in. When we get done, I'm just going to hit the live stream and just let this thing roll, and you'll see people coming in and out, and you'll see me make a fool of myself, like yelling for Mike Haynes or something. So absolutely, there's that guy there. Hey, how's it going?
I was like, I got to get a picture with you, man.
Well, you're on camera. You're live on Raiders Fan Radio. Say hi to Raider Nation.
How you doing, Raider Nation?
Well, come over a little bit more.
There you go.
Yeah,
Get
there you
on
go.
in there. There we go.
What's your name?
Josh.
Nice.
Aw.
Hey, I'm a Josh too. Nice to meet you, Josh.
Josh is everywhere.
Good to see you. Yeah, 3 Joshes.
I'm Michelle.
she's got-
Yeah, oh, there's 3 of us.
I'm recognizing the suit.
But hey, Michelle, go ahead and shout out the chat
Okay,
room.
let me
Who
show
we
you.
got?
Let's see what we got here. All right. We got Kenny Clark's in there,
Hey,
Jay Ann's in there, Raider Craig, Raider 20, Raider, blah, 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 blah. Okay, here we go. I haven't even been drinking. Raider 27's in there. Ron the Mater Raider's in there, Tony Shepard, YO Raider. Listen, oh, there was Swag. Oh, he's at that wedding tonight.
He's at a wedding,
That's
yeah.
right.
What's up, Swag?
Yeah.
We
Well,
miss
shame
you,
on him
brother.
on
We
his
love you,
phone.
man. Keep sending pictures of you and your kids, man. We're
Yeah,
adorable.
those are so cute. But yep, everybody's in there.
Everybody's in there.
Uh-oh.
What time we got?
Let's see, it is 5:40.
Ooh,
So
we
should I step up and start watching people come through the door?
Maybe. While we do that, and we'll go ahead and get Camonite in here.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
Let me
idea.
go ahead and get these cans put on, make sure we can hear him okay. Let's see. Get this here. Check, check, check.
Oh, that's right.
Let's turn that on. Check, check, check. There we go.
Okay, I should not talk, right?
Oh, I can mute you, I think. Hold on, let's see.
Oh.
Not that one. Let's see. Check, check, check. Okay, talking to your mic?
Okay, can you hear me?
Nope.
Okay.
We're good. All right, let's go ahead. Hey, Josh, come on over here and chat for a little bit. Welcome to the show. The founder. What else? What other titles do you have? President, operator.
I hate titles. So.
You hate title. Get that thing up close to your face there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. I think we can hear you. Can you hear him, Raider Nation? I don't know if we can hear you or
Sit
not.
up. How should we
You
do this?
sit however you want. Whatever's flattering to you. Let's see if I get this thing. I don't know. This microphone's funky as heck. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Talking to that thing. Let's see.
Raider Nation, can you hear us? We're looking at the chat.
Let's see. Raider Nation, tell us if you can hear Josh Camonite okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hopefully we can hear you all right. And if we can't, then we'll just have to like share a lapel mic or something here. But anyways, Josh Camonite, talked a little bit about Raider Dad, about what you do. You have such an amazing organization. We were very proud. We were just talking before we started tonight. We're very proud to be early on supporters of Raider Dad. And you've got a lot of momentum behind you now. You've got, you're on the local news. You've got the Raiders themselves donating suites to you. You've got a lot of momentum going on behind Raider Dad. And so talk to Raider Nation. Tell them a little bit about what you do and why you do it.
Oh, I mean, I just enjoy doing what we're doing. Whenever we first started it, it was just about having fun. We're creating experiences at a level that I really never expected. Like, I figured people would get behind it, but like just looking at the first 2 events this year, we had 47 to the first one. Or it was the second one, because we took kids to the Dallas game last week for the home opener. We've never taken more than 3 kids
Keep that up there close. There you go.
to a home opener. We took 11 kids, and we support a lot of different causes in our community. It's just great to see the way that Raider Nation can come behind something, and then to have people like you, season ticket holders, just everyone come behind because they enjoy looking through social media if they can't make the game. Or one of the biggest things that I noticed during the home open, there was people that have followed Raider Dad from its early stages and stayed connected. They were making a point just to come by, see what we're doing, and we were giving kids Max Crosby jerseys. So Raider Dad's, it's slowly and surely getting around to people. Just excited to see what happens moving forward.
That's cool. I got to tell you a story, man. So yesterday, I went to the pool, right? I was staying in New York, and went down to the pool, and there's this guy that kind of got in the pool next to me a little ways off, and he was wearing a Raider hat. And I was like, hey, man, go Raiders. And he's like, oh, yeah. And so he comes over, he goes, you going to the game on Sunday? And I said, no. I said, we're just in town. I said, we have a nonprofit that gives money away to Raiders-related charities. And he goes, oh, like Raider Dad? And I was like, actually, yes, that's one of our ones that we support. And he goes, I gave him a pair of my tickets that I wasn't able to come to a game. They live in Canada. They fly down here and go to every single Raider game, but one of the games they weren't able to go to, he donated his tickets to you, man. And so I was like, man, right on. I'm like, I have so much respect for that because it's so easy to sell your tickets. We know that people can, and I'm not begrudging anybody. Capitalism is I'm near and dear to it, and it's fine. You make all the money you can. But I do feel that, like, if there's an opportunity to share with a charity like yours that can take these underprivileged kids to a Raider game that would normally never have that experience and create those bonds and those memories with their parental figures, like, bro, there's not a Raider fan in the world, I can't imagine, that doesn't get that and would support what you all are doing and have a ton of respect for what you're doing. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, look at a game like this weekend. Tickets are below face value. I mean, the $100 or less.
Are they really? Are they down there that low?
It's getting down there. So, like, I feel like it would mean so much more to kids, but obviously, you know, like, if you can get money for them, get money for them. But I think that's the one thing about Raider Dad. You know, everyone understands. If they can't go to the game or you're feeling like creating an experience, they can donate to us. They know we've documented it for a couple years now, and they're seeing what we're doing for all these kids. So.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. And not only are you taking kids to the game, but you're providing a tailgate experience for them as well. And for those of you out there, Raider Nation, that are listening and watching right now, you saw your hard-earned money at work. And we had a lot of folks that showed up to the Raider Dad tailgate, and they were, you know, we met this one guy named Oscar. Shout out Oscar, man. He'd been listening to us since, like, back in the old days, like back in 2016 when we first started doing this version of Raiders Fan Radio. And he was out there to see, because it's like people that donate to the One Nation Foundation, and ultimately that money goes to folks like the Biletnikoffs and folks like you. They see it's there. You can see the kids playing. You can see those bonds being formed. You can see those memories happening. It's such an amazing event. It's not just, and I know you're very humble, but it's not just taking kids to a game. Like, you're providing so much. Dude, you're on your phone the whole time, man.
Yeah,
and he wasn't
pictures of me just holding my
and he
phone.
wasn't texting.
My wife's probably at home, right? He's always on his phone.
But you know what? Like, and for real, dude, like, next year, if you want to assign me the ticket distributor, I'll help you with that, because Josh has tickets flying in, like, last minute, getting out to families, and you're doing it, like, you're in it, like, right there on the spot, man.
Most people, they just look at the ticket donation part of it, but that's what the actual tailgate experience is, to decrease costs. Like, going for Raider Dad to take families that truly need this, they probably can't afford a Raiders jersey. That's why we had jerseys donated to us to be able to, so no kid doesn't have a jersey. The food aspect of it, you know how much it costs going to Allegiance.
Yeah, it's the most expensive ticket in the NFL.
Raider Dad's so much more than just the game itself and the ticket, you know. So, you know, and it keeps growing. I don't know what your opinion was of the preseason, but there was a lot of respected people, a lot of respected fans of Raider Nation that they weren't showing up because I asked them to. They were showing up on their own because they wanted to be a part of Raider Nation, creating the next generation of fans. So,
Josh had the Raiders community relations folks, the folks that work for the team, come through. Obviously, Harry Ruiz is a huge supporter of Raider Dad. You had Gorilla Rill out there. You had Violator out there. You had Hollywood. I mean, all the super fans. Kevin the Raider Nerd, shout out Kevin, was out there in his full-on frickin' Mandalorian gear and all that. And it's 117 degrees outside, for crying out loud. And you had these guys out there for the kids, taking pictures with the kids and just providing that experience. So I cannot respect you enough, man. Thank you for what you do, brother.
Thank you so much for everything you guys have done. Look forward to continuing this beyond, you know, what we've already done. So
yeah, we will. We'll keep it going, man. And thank you, Raider Nation, again for supporting Raider Dad. All right, Josh, before we let you go, give us your opinion on what's going on here lately, man. Like, it's I'll just you take it away.
I don't know. It's like, how do I want to say this? We beat the teams that we shouldn't, and then the ones that we should handle, we always slip up on. So it's gonna, you know, we're out with Max this week, Devontae. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna see a better performance this week than we did last week, but it's gonna be a challenge. But hopefully we have something to cheer for. I don't want to be done mid-season, so
I know, man. 4 games in and we're already freaking checking out. Like, that would suck.
We had all the hype with AP. You know, we got to get this going. We need to get kids to a playoff game here. We
need to get us adults to a playoff game, Josh. No, I'm kidding. But we do. We need to get the kids to a playoff game, because obviously we had the one against the Bengals, but that was on the road. So sure would be nice to get kids to a playoff game. I've never been to a Raider playoff game my whole life. Never been to one. I've been to the Oakland Coliseum and seen a million Raider games. Now at this point, this is funny. I've seen more games at Allegiant than I did in Oakland.
Well, I was thinking about watching the last A's game.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, if you were going to go out there, but then this was going on.
But this was going on, so I couldn't go out there. My cousin Sonny, though, shout out Sonny, he took one of his boys out there for it, and he was able to go out there and check it out. And he said it was just kind of eerie. It was just kind of weird that everybody was just kind of like, you know. Like,
I don't know how much you've been paying attention, but you've seen a lot of videos, a lot of families speaking about what it means to them. And I was sitting there, and I was like, this is what we're
This is
talking
why.
about. This is Raider Dad, but a different sport, you know?
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, you know, we couldn't afford to go to Raider games, and then they moved to LA, and so A's were my thing at the Oakland Coliseum. Like, that was my biggest connection to the Oakland Coliseum, and going with my dad, sitting out the bleachers and eating peanuts and watching, you know, freaking Ricky Henderson or whoever, you know,
affordable too, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. So we'll see how that's going to play out too, right? The A's coming to Vegas. That's going to be a big thing. Are you going to do an A's dad thing or what?
Yeah, so that's kind of what we're setting up to do. We don't know what it's going to be called, but there's going to be branches.
Okay.
But I think they're going to get to Las Vegas, and we might actually do some out in Sacramento.
Okay, good deal.
That's the whole vision of this. Be able to do if basketball ever gets here.
What about hockey? What about the Golden Knights?
We've done it. It's just a different feel. Like, I mean, like, Las Vegas loves the Knights, but like, I don't know. There's just something different about Raiders, tailgates.
Yeah.
Like, there's the tailgate aspect. We can't really do it there because it's, you know, in the middle of the strip and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, good deal, man. Well, appreciate you, brother. Keep up. You're literally doing the Lord's work out there, man.
Thank you, man.
Keep going. Keep it up. And Raider Nation, support Raider Dad any way you can. He's all over the social medias. Vegas Raider Dad. Support him directly monetarily. Donating tickets. Anything that you can do to support him. And shout out Jay's Gourmet and Texas Roadhouse and all the amazing sponsors. Happy Dad that Josh has out there supplying this amazing tailgate events. And thank you again, man. Good to see you.
We'll see you guys Sunday.
All right, brother. All right, there he is, Josh Camonite from Raider Dad. Appreciate him very, very much. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around here. I'm going to show you guys what's going on here. So there you go. There's the Biletnikoff Crab Fest stage. People are just now really starting to file in. So let me go ahead and shout out the chat room here. Shout out Raiders 7528. Kenny Clark is in there. Vegas Raider Pete. What's up? Why are you not here, Vegas Raider Pete? For crying out loud, you live down the road. Paul Edgerton is in there. Hooligan Nation is in there. Wyoming Raider. Let's see. Raider Craig is in there. Who else do we got? Let's see. Let me go. My 2 Cents is in there. Tony Shefford is in there. SoCal Sal is in there. Appreciate you, SoCal Sal. Appreciate JN is in there. Let's see. We got. Who else we got? He says, I didn't know Murph was a Josh. I'm a Josh as well. Right on, JN. Yeah, man, I'm a Josh, and my last name's Murphy. And my Uncle Murph, who was one of my not inspirations, but one of the guys that brought me into Raider Nation when I was a kid. His nickname was Murph. And so after his passing, to honor him, my Uncle Mosh said, you need to take on the name Murph. And so I've had that for however many years now. So there you go. I don't know if you needed that backstory, but there you go. Let's see. Hooligan Nation is in there. Appreciate you, Hooligan. Huge supporter of the One Nation Foundation. Raider Craig is in there. And thank all of you so very, very much for what you do to support Raiders Fan Radio and the One Nation Foundation. Michelle, you want to jump back in here while we're waiting? All right, tell them something cool, Michelle.
Well, I don't know anything cool, but I put me on the spot. I left my phone to keep up with the chat. I'll just flip up over here.
Well, I just shouted them all out. So.
Okay, good job.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. Oh, wait, I need to unmute you. Hold on. There you go. Now you're unmuted. I don't know if you can hear Michelle there. Now you can.
Actually, a lot of really super fun looking fans just came through.
Oh,
I think that they're all dressed so fun and cool. Look at this suit.
Looking good, my man.
Hey, just come by and say what's
up, Hollywood Raider. Hey, we were just talking about you being there to support Raider Dad.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Jump down here, poke your head on this camera right here and say hi.
What's up,
Give it up for a Hollywood Raider, man. Let's go.
Give it up for that suit. That suit's sharp.
That looks good, man. Looking good and good.
Yeah.
We're excited to do stuff for next year too. So we're gonna get Raider Dad actually out there. So.
Yeah. Right on, man.
So it's just we just have a lot of stuff going on right now. So every year it's going to be the the first game, we're going to go ahead and do a school, and we're going to pick a school. So Raider Friday is going to be pairing up with Raider Dad. They're going to pick a school. We're going to go ahead and put shirts on all 600 kids, just like we did this last time.
Yeah.
And we did pink box donuts, a donut for every kid.
Yeah.
And we also did, everybody got a coloring book.
Oh, fun.
And then they all had wristbands and all that stuff. So
cool,
good things going on.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for what you're doing.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
that's what Raider Nation's all about, man. It's all about family, brother.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, thanks, man. You too. Take care. All right, there you go, Raider Nation. There's Hollywood Raider. Nothing like catching a super fan in there, Michelle.
Yeah.
You gotta love that. You gotta love that.
Yeah, and I talked to they was saying that this video thing, the Raiderettes, they used it as a thing last week, and he got to do that with the Raiders. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to check that out later, because that looks
you need that.
It does.
Salute, Raider
I don't know what
Nation.
it does, but it looks really cool.
That is. Whatever that thing is, yeah. We'll spin the camera around so you guys can see that here in a minute. Well, I can't believe we haven't... Let's see what Stacy Ruff says. Well, when are we going to talk about the tuck rule? The test was such a downer. Well, we literally got the news in the moment about Devontae Adams and Max Crosby. So you know what I mean. So sorry about the downer show there, but we were shell shocked there. But anyway, so great event here. Thankful to be here as people are starting to file in. Man, what else we got to talk about the Raiders?
I don't know. I mean, listen, we're doing our best, guys, trying to keep everybody pumped up with this. It's hard being a Raiders fan. You guys know. Y'all know.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely.
Let's see, Kenny. Family, so you can't leave. You're in. You don't get to leave, so don't even think about it.
Well, it was funny when Jeff. So for those of you that don't know the backstory of our best buddy Swag Jeff, he was a Titan fan.
That's right.
And I told him, I'm like, dude, we need you to be part of the show. Like you got to be on the show. And I'm like, but you can't be a Titan fan. He's like, what do you mean? I gotta root for the Raiders. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, and I don't know if you understand what that means. I'm like, it's not just rooting for the Raiders. Like it's like getting jumped into a gang.
That's exactly what it is.
You can't leave out. If I, you can't be rocking another team's gear. You can't be dipping in and out based on who's good. I'm like, if you're in it, you're in it. And you know what? Shout out Swag Jeff, and a testament to him.
Yeah.
He was in it, and ever since, I don't think, other than location, Jeff never had a reason to be a fan of a football team before. Again, other than location. And so now, after getting, he'll tell you this, after experiencing Raider Nation, he's like, oh, now I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of one of those things that it's like, unless you are part of it, I don't know if you get it, Michelle, what it is to be. It's more than just fandom, and that's why we so proudly represent being Raider fans, because for those of you that know, which is everybody in our chat room right now, it's bigger than just rooting for the team.
Yeah, it's so interesting too, and I will say, Swag also speaks to how you can be one of the biggest Raiders fans, and it doesn't have to be from birth. It doesn't have to be from where you were born. You literally lock in to the team, and you understand what commitment and loyalty and all of those things are. Yeah. And I think that's what, and I don't know anything about other fan bases, but what
other than their whack.
Other than their whack. They are whack. That's honestly, I lied. I said I didn't know anything. That I do know. I do know that. But I'm
sure there's a Packer fan somewhere going oh, you guys, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know
how to cheese in his mouth. Although there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. No cheese slander. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have slandered the cheese because I do love cheese.
Okay,
Michelle.
All right, Michelle.
Now we've gone too far. But yeah, it's an interesting thing because it hurts sometimes. But there's also the joy, when things are going really well, and you don't want to, even when it's bad. I don't ever think, F this, I'm out of here. Yeah. Brief, minuscule second, but there's just something interesting about the loyalty and the commitment that Raiders fans have, because man, you really have to. You have
to stay locked in, man.
Because there's so many reasons to go. And maybe there's a better team I could hitch my wagon to, but even the best team, I don't want to be a part of that.
No, and there's other teams that because I love the NFL just as a whole.
Oh, no, same.
So there are other teams that I would rather see do good than other teams. So you know what I mean? For a long time when those Packers teams that Aaron Rodgers was helming, and those were fun teams to watch.
Yeah.
So in the playoffs, if they were going up against the Cowboys, I'm like, I'd rather see him do well and that team to do well, and I'll root for them. But not it's not oh, they're my second favorite team. It's I don't think there's other teams we like. If the Titans don't have any impact to the Raiders, based on where we live now, I'd rather see them do well than fail, especially if they're going up against the Chiefs or something like that. But in terms of rooting for them or rocking Titans gear or tattoos, they're hell no, man.
This is where we differ because
talk about that. And I'm sure there's people like
I'm
you.
only okay if the Titans win, but the Raiders had to have won too, because I hate being out in public and the Titans have won.
Well, that's true.
And then the Raiders have lost, and then there's contention because they look at me like they are sad for me.
Oh, right.
I don't like that. So I always want to, when the Titans lose, I'm like, yes, because we lost too. If the Titans win and we won, then I'm not as salty. But I can get a little salty in public when I see that they've won and we haven't, and then I'm like, get out of my
sure Ron's
Kroger.
Well, I'm sure Ron's like that. And this week,
oh yeah.
So Ron's in Alliance, Ohio, which is big Browns and probably Steeler country and whatnot. And and if the Raiders freaking lose to the Browns, poor Ron's got to deal with he's got to deal with all that shit, man. And that's where at least where we live, just outside of Nashville, we got bragging rights against Titans because we beat the shit out of them in the 2002 AFC Championship game. So it's anytime a Titans fan starts to pipe up, I'm like, easy with that, bro. You know what I mean? Not only did we beat the hell out of you, but Metallica played in the parking lot for the pregame show, and LL Cool J was in our halftime show. That was at home. That was an amazing day for a Raider fan, and the Titans caught the wrong end of the freaking 2002 Raiders. Thankfully, we may want to. We got people really starting to file in now.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. I'll do a little podcast selfie over here.
Do your little selfie there.
All right.
I'm gonna peek out the door.
I'm gonna do a mic test.
Mute me.
Oh, I gotta mute you. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll make sure Michelle's muted there. Let's see what we got here. Check. All right. So we got good on this one, and so we'll hopefully we'll get some. Yeah. There we go. That thing's live. All right. So hopefully we'll get some Raider legends in here, maybe somebody more contemporary. We know that Sandra Douglas Morgan is going to attend the event tonight, so we would really love to get an opportunity to interview her, and especially since she was staged up to interview with us last year, and we had Villapiano at the time, and Plunkett came in and took Villapiano's spot and boxed out Sandra Douglas Morgan, and she wasn't able to sit down with us. So hopefully we'll get an opportunity to interview with her, and then any of the other. Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you. And then any of the other Raiders legends as they come through. So yeah, we're really starting to file. In fact, I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can see. People are really starting to file in. We've got the super fans. We've got, you know what, Michelle? I'm gonna do how about if I put this on the red carpet?
Oh, that's a great idea.
So there's the red carpet there. And so let me lower this camera down here. There, hopefully you guys can see that. And so, yeah, so we'll leave it on the red carpet until we get people starting to file over here, and then, until we start the event, and then I'll flip that camera around and we'll have it going live streaming of just all of it for the rest of the night. Let me shout out the chat room in there. Kenny Clark, Stacy Ruff is in there. Sergio's in there. What's up, Sergio? Vegas Raider Pete. Where are you at, Vegas Raider Pete? My 2 cents, Storm. He says that was 22 years ago. Isn't that unbelievable? Unbelievable, man, that we've had this level of a drought for this football team. We've literally had 2 glimpses of positivity. Hopefully we'll have Lincoln Kennedy on. We had him on last year. And I was thinking about this, that we've had 2 amazing offensive lines since 2002. We had obviously the one that he was on with Mo Sims and Barry Sims and Barrett Robbins. Like, okay, that amazing line. And then we had the one with Derek. We had the one with Kelechi Osemele, Rodney Hudson, Donald Penn. Like, we had that line. That was it. Like, that's it. That's been and so we've had this like smattering of success and greatness ever since 2002, and it's like, man, we're starving as Raider fans, man. Like, we can always lean into Raider Nation and, love the spirit of the Raiders and the organization and the past and the history of that. But like Fred said on this very show, in that chair a couple of years ago, they painted some lines on the road a long time ago, and it's now time for some guys to start painting their own lines. And I think that you've got guys like Max Crosby that are doing that and represent that well, and there are others. But man, we've been in a drought for a hot minute, Storm. So I'm with you, man. It's unbelievable the way that it has been and kind of is already headed in this young season. So hopefully we'll find some some joy and a reason to turn this thing around. And so So
our halftime show tomorrow. We gotta have some type of joy.
Gotta have some, yeah. We gotta have some joy. Absolutely. Hey Jay, you want to come sit down for a minute? Come on, Navajo on the go. Let's get our buddy Jay Jackson in here. He is the Navajo on the go. There you go. He's got his. Oh, you got your pin on. Oh, give Josh and Jay one of our pins, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, get in here, Jay.
All right.
Welcome in, Jay Jackson. He is the Navajo on the go. He's no stranger to a microphone. He's no stranger to a selfie. And so I was talking to my uncle this week, my Uncle Mosh,
good.
and he goes, you think Jay Jackson will be there? And I was like, yeah, of course he'll be there. And he was like, I follow him on Facebook. He guy goes everywhere. You are the most travelingest Raider fan I think ever.
I do try. There are some people who do a little bit more than I do, maybe one or two, but we're catching up.
Yeah.
The great thing about traveling is that it's so much fun because, especially, I just got back from Baltimore, and it's great meeting everybody over on that side of the country because they're like, how are the fans on that side of the country? We're just like you.
Oh, yeah.
Raiders.
Yeah.
We love partying, having a great time, but the one thing we want to do is leave a positive message, especially with Raider fans, because everybody thinks bad things about us. We go out there and they see, oh, these guys, they're good. They're really nice, and we have a great time.
That's
it's
cool.
Always like when we travel, but it's not only about the football game. You got to remember, you got to appreciate the city. You got to go out there, see things, do things, try things. That's what we do. Me and my little group, we like having fun. We like seeing things that are going to be around the area, like distillery tours, historical sites, as many events as we can, because you never know when you're going to be back in this that side of the country.
All right, I'm getting ready to kick you out of here only because we have the great Lincoln Kennedy. Thank you, Jay. Get up for Jay.
It's good to see you. How you doing, boss?
Big Link, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. I was just talking about you.
Hopefully good stuff.
Well, heck yeah. Well, it's good stuff there. So welcome in the great Lincoln Kennedy to Raiders Fan Radio. I appreciate you, Lincoln, so very, very much. And so the reason I was talking about you is that we were sharing that, like, there's been, I think, this is my opinion, I'm just a fan, I'm just a dopey fan. There's been two great offensive line groups for this football team in the last 25 years. You had obviously yours, right? That would clearly you and Barry and Barrett. And all, you guys were amazing. And then we had Donald Penn, Kelechi, right, Huddy, all those guys. And the reason that I was bringing all that up is that it's a long way for me to get to a question. I promise I'm going to get to one. But the idea that now there's been some fluctuation in our personnel for this offensive line group. Is the idea that a same five guys need to, quote, gel, is that an overrated statement, or do you think it's just more like, do you need to have the room solid and then plug and play as needed?
When it comes to offensive line play, it's absolutely essential. You have to gel. You have to be able to get along with the other four guys. You got to be able to stay out there consistently on the field to learn players' nuances and game situations to see how muscle memory is. So it's absolutely essential. That is chemistry. Chemistry is a big part of football. It's one of the greatest things about the game. It's one of the reasons why this is one of the hardest team games to play in all of sports. It's because you have to have chemistry. It's absolutely essential.
So in that term, when you talk about that gelling, is that a high level of communication between you and your group?
No, it's not necessarily a high level of communication. It's a familiarity with that person, playing with that person. It's like growing up with a sibling. You know what that sibling's going to do every morning. It's that sort of reaction. It's that sort of behavior that you can become accustomed to, especially in a football situation. So when you go out there, you call a play. Everyone has a responsibility to do it on offense, has a responsibility for that play. And it's up to the individual to do their individual responsibility at the highest of their level. There comes a trust, a non-spoken trust that comes, especially with offensive line play, that I know the guy, my guard, my center, other guard, other tackle are going to do their best. Therefore, I have to do my best not to let them down, and that's how you keep up the standard.
Was Middleton your guy?
He was one of them. Frank was one of them. Mo Collins was one of them. Also next to me, played with quite a few. So played with even Kevin Golden. Go back with even Kevin Golden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, quite
good deal. What was the biggest? And I really want to pick your, because we've talked about so many things the years that we've had you on the show, but I really want to pick your brain about this offensive line because I'm really interested in the direction that this current Raider team is going to go, and how. So if we take this current crop and this group in which we've got some young players, we've got some veterans, and then contrast that to, again, some of the greatest lines and that you were part of, like, do you see, just I'm asking you to speculate, do you see those pieces starting to form or come together at all?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. Mainly because you haven't had a consistency. We've only had 3 regular season games so far, and we're played with 3 different starting units at the offensive line. There's no cohesiveness. There's no consistency until you establish that, and that's also up to evaluation. You know, Cole Miller was out with a shoulder surgery, so he was down for a while, wasn't available for preseason. You know, JPJ had his fair share of injuries going through preseason and regular season. Off season. So there haven't been a consistent level of guys. When you draft guys, they've got to be available. When you play guys, they've got to be available. So that's So when you're talking about the gelling of this offensive line, they're not there yet because we haven't had a consistent 5 for 2 games in a row.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you talk about the difficulties that you see from the offensive line play really not coming together, probably not as quickly as other people would say. That's because I've always said this is a brand new unit, has to learn how to win together.
Okay.
And they haven't done that yet.
They haven't done that yet, yeah. Absolutely. All right, so every time we sit down with you, I'm always asking a bunch of Raider questions. Let's ask about you. Let's ask about you. What do you do when you're not calling? You're such a part of an amazing booth with you and Jason. You know, and of course, and Harry's a good friend of ours as well. You all, the broadcast team for the Raiders is absolutely top notch. And so when you're not calling games, you're not in the middle of all this Raider stuff. What do you do?
I'm a father of single boys. I got one left in high school. I've got one that's going to UNLV in college, so I got to pay that college tuition.
So you got to call games for a few more years.
Got to work for a few more years. But I also have a few restaurants. I've got one here in town in Henderson. And I've
Shout it out. Let's promote it.
Angry Crab Shack off of Sunset in Green Valley Circle. Just right there on the corner. Come through for some Cajun seafood. So I've got a restaurant there. Got a family of them, family restaurants back in Arizona because it's part of a franchise. So if you're into Cajun seafood boil, come on out to Angry Crab Shack.
Fantastic. Awesome, brother.
And that's for the Raider room, too. It's a special room that we have set up.
Oh, nice. Awesome. I'm sure that's got one of your jerseys hanging up in there. Good deal. Raider Nation, give it up for the great Lincoln Kennedy.
I appreciate it.
Let's go. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Good to see you again. Thank you for sitting down with us. Absolutely. All right, give it up for Lincoln Kennedy, man. What an absolute amazing, not only a former Raider legend, but again, Raider broadcaster, and he does such an incredible job representing the Raiders, and we're so thankful for him. He's a busy man and has time to sit down with us for a few minutes, and so we're very thankful for that. All right, let me go ahead and shout this chat room again. I'm going to flip the camera back around because I've got your camera angle. Hey, how's it going? We're live. Oh, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Good to see you. You want to sit down for a minute?
Sure.
Yeah, sit down here.
Yeah. All right.
I know Raider Nation already knows who you are, but tell them anyways.
What's up, Raider Nation? Brian Fowler from All In Autumn Win. How's it going?
Camera right there. There you go. Yeah, there you go. From the All In Autumn Win podcast, man. We had a chance to chat with you at the Raider Den
That's
event.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you, man. Thanks for sitting down with us and talking to Raider Nation. So tell us about what the Biletnikoff Foundation means to you and why you're here.
It's really a special event. I mean, it's easy to get carried away with some former players and coaches here, but with the Biletnikoffs losing their daughter and what they've established since is really remarkable and a sign of strength that I don't know that I have, to be honest.
No.
You know.
Amen. Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
So it's a beautiful thing for a good cause. Lots of people here, and lots of money being donated, which is great.
Absolutely.
This is House of Hope. It's a great thing.
It's a beautiful thing. Absolutely. So talk to Raider Nation a little bit about your podcast, plug it, and tell them about, you're on the streak, man.
I'm on the streak.
Talk about your streak.
So Sunday will be my 43rd Raider game in a row.
God dang,
home and
that's
away,
awesome. That's awesome.
Starting in December of 2021. And what I've been doing, this is my third season of documenting Raider Nation in every city. So like when we played in Baltimore, I was there. There were a couple of different events going on. Went to the parties, went to the tailgate, went to the game. I try to document it, put out a full-length video on Tuesday nights. And then throughout the week, I post like 1-minute clips of various things, like talking to you, for example. Yeah,
right on, man.
Autumn Wind. YouTube, Insta.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Check him out. He puts on a great product out there for Raider Nation. And one of the things I like about what you do is that you're celebrating the fandom.
Yes.
You're celebrating a fan base, man. And that's what this, and that's why it's near and dear to us, being Raiders fan radio. You know what I mean? And so it's a great show. Great to get to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
And thanks for having me on, and Jeff. And we had a good time, man.
Likewise.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Raider Nation, check him out.
Do we stand a chance on Sunday? The news today.
I'd like to think so.
I'd like to think so too, but oh my gosh.
This might be, I'm hoping this is going to be one of those games that where the odds are against us, but the Raiders always win a game they shouldn't win and lose a game they shouldn't lose.
Baltimore,
and hopefully this will be back to back. You know what I mean?
Most of us had those two games flipped, right? Baltimore and so in a way we're kind of where we would be. So who knows?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to do any more predictions going forward. I can't.
No more 14 game predictions from me for sure. That's for. Anyways,
Nice.
brother. Hey, we appreciate you stopping by, man.
Thanks
Thank you for chatting with us. Absolutely.
Thanks, Raider
Good
Nation.
to see you, Raider Nation. Check them out. Raider. Tell them again.
All In Autumn Wind.
All In Autumn Wind podcast. There you go. Check them out, Brian. Good to see you, Brian. Thanks, brother. Hey, grab Samoan for me, please. We're gonna get Samoan Raider in here. Hey, you ever done a podcast before?
No, my first time, man.
What's up, bro? Good to see you, man.
You too, man. I wanted to go say what's up. I was actually watching.
Sit down, man. There you go. Come on in.
Let me see. Can I?
Yeah, heck yeah. Get your camera going there. Look at that.
Can we get both of us?
Can you get both of us? Here.
Maybe not.
There you go. Welcome to the show, the legendary Raider podcast. I hesitate to call you a content creator because you produce shows, my man.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? You're freaking the amazing shows that you do. There he is, Samoan Raider. Give it up for him, Raider Nation. We got a chat room going there. So we appreciate you so very, very much for being here, man. Tell us a little bit about what the Biletnikoff Foundation means to you and why you're here.
Man, honestly, well, this is my first time here. I always wanted to come and attend it. I see you guys always here doing your thing, but I feel like it's a great. I think Fred is doing a great thing over here, and I just wanted to be kind of a part of it. Oh, what's up, me?
Oh.
My bad, guys.
What? Somebody's calling him and going, "Hey, I'm seeing you on Raiders Fan Radio."
That's here.
Oh, you got Turf and Rundown going over there. Shout out Turf and Rundown.
No, but yeah, this is my first time here. Honestly, I don't know what to expect, but I know it's all good vibes, and I just wanted to come out here and just have a good time with you guys and support a good cause.
Absolutely, man. Well, appreciate you being here. Yeah, it's an incredible event. We have so many great guests and Raider legends and all that stuff. And what the Biletnikoffs are doing, they're literally doing the Lord's work, man. And so it means a lot to have folks like you out here to support them, and of course everybody that's in attendance tonight. But so, man, what have you been up to, dude?
Man, not much, man. Just doing a podcast.
Are you out here now, right?
I live here now in Las Vegas, man. I love it. I'm running my own podcast now, like an official podcast.
Yeah.
Kind of like you guys now, man. Ninth Island, we're out here doing our thing,
And you guys are crushing it, dude.
Man, we're trying, man. Learning. But honestly, you guys paved the way. Like, you guys, I know Cody's been doing this thing, but, being out here in Vegas, why not take advantage of, players or just the people that come by and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just want to get the behind the scenes with all of that. So I just been on the Ninth Island channel doing the podcast most of the time, and then Samoan Raider here and there, vlogging, going to the games, and being disappointing like we always are, you know?
Yeah, no doubt there. But yeah, check out the Ninth Island podcast, man. It's you, Mr. Fitz, and you guys have great guests, man. You guys are getting you're landing some like freaking awesome guests on your show.
I know, man. I mean, it's a blessing, man. So, I mean, the worst they can say is no, you know. All we do is reach out, and if they say yes, at worst they leave us on scene, you know. That's, okay, we'll move on to the next person. But yeah, just like what you guys been doing, man. Like we're just trying to do our own thing out here too, man.
No, right on, man. Well, good
How
deal.
are you guys, man?
We're good, man. Like we're blessed, man. You know, Raiders. Oh man, so Swag had a family emergency, and he had to hang back in town. But he's being a good dad and a good son, and so he's taking care of some business back home. So it's just me and Michelle this year out here. But yeah, we're doing great, man. You know, the supporters of Raiders Fan Radio, and of course, ultimately the One Nation Foundation. There you go. And ultimately, you know, the One Nation Foundation, man, we're doing bigger and better things every year. So we're very thankful for it. And you know, Raider Nation, man. Speaking of Mr. Fitz, what's up, brother?
That big guy over here.
And so, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, Raider Nation's family is like, despite how bad the team may be or struggling the team may be, like, at the end of the day, we all got each other still. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the best part of it. Is like the tailgates, all the events before the game is always top notch, and then the game starts, and then, you know, our mental kind of go all over the place. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, bro. You want to sit? Come sit down, man.
All sweaty. Yeah,
come on.
Good,
that's right. Hey, good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining.
You too, man.
Thank you for jumping in here, man. Good to see you. Come on in, sit down. There we go. The other member of the Ninth Island coming in here, the legendary Mr. Fitz. What's up, brother?
Nothing. Just getting here off of work.
Dude, your shit you crack me up.
Appreciate it.
That's never not funny.
Yeah,
like you're one of the few people on social media that does bits or whatever does it, and it's never not funny. Every time I see one, it freaking cracks me up, dude.
I appreciate it, man. It's just natural shit talking, you know. So it's easy for me to make those skits.
I love the one that I just saw the other day. It was the little Charger fans doing the fingers, and you had all the videos of everybody going like, yeah, do it. Yeah, do it. And you're like, should I do it? Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it. You do it.
It's funny because I was actually watching 300, and then I opened up my phone and I saw Joe's video with the little girls.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was watching the scene where he kicks the dude, and I was like, oh man. That'd be funny if I put the little girls right there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I put it together, and afterwards, I was like, man, this is pretty fucking good.
That's pretty funny, man. No, that was funny, man. Where's your inspiration come from on that? Are you just, like, is comedy part of your family growing up, or what? Are you just, like...
Sarcasm, uncles, aunties, everybody, you know, would get drunk and talk smack.
Yeah.
So I naturally became a good smack talker, and I always have a comeback for everything, so... It's just natural for me.
Okay, right on, man. It's funny, man. I love it. I love it. Y'all are killing it. We were just talking to Joe about it. You guys are crushing it on your new podcast, man.
I'm trying to, man. It's I love the Raiders, and man, I enjoy this. So, you know, I'm hoping to turn this into a career eventually.
Good for you, man. You got the chops to do it, brother.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Keep it up, man. Keep up the good work, man.
I will.
Give it up for Mr. Fitz joining us here, Raiders Fan Radio.
Sure.
All right, brother. Hey, thank you, man.
Yep.
Good to see you, man.
Nice
Good to see you.
too.
All right, man. Take care.
You too.
Who we got now?
Napoleon McCallum's out there.
Oh, yes, please. Yes.
He's taking pictures.
Okay. Napoleon McCallum is on the way in here, so... do what? Go ahead. Huh? No. Who's a no-go? Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, no worries. Yeah, if we could do Napoleon McCallum, that'd be great. All right, so let's see, we got, where are the babes at? Wowza says. Raider Craig is in there, Wyoming Raiders, and I'm gonna flip the camera around here so you guys can see. There you go, there's the red carpet there. There's the amazing Angela Biletnikoff there. You see there in the sparkly pants. Let's see. So we got, Kenny Clark, Hooligan Nation, Wyoming Raiders in there. Appreciate you very, very much. Kenny Clark, Sergio is in there. What's up, brother? How are you? Thank you so much. Oh, it's the Go-Go Power Ranger. What's up, brother? How are you, man?
Are you live right now?
Yeah, we're live right now. Absolutely. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you, man.
Hey, where you guys at, man? You're missing out.
Here, show them your sticker. Show them. Tell them who you are.
I'm better known as as Power Raider. I'm incognito today. There you go. Make sure you guys follow me. Make sure you follow Raiders Fan Radio right here.
Hey, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
For the Biletnikoff Foundation, Craft Fest, the annual event, you gotta come out and support here. Oh, you know what? We got the mic here.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's it right there. That's as far as it goes. Yeah.
Mike, check.
Here, just come sit down. Here, just come over here.
That's it.
Unless, okay, now if a Raider legend walks in here, we're bouncing you from the show.
I will definitely hand over the mic to
you know what I'm
Raider
saying?
legend.
That's what I'm talking
Right there,
about.
you already see Jim Plum.
Oh, there's Jim. Yeah, absolutely.
Super Bowl MVP.
Jim.
15.
Let's see. You want to see if we can get you bounced for Jim?
Oh yeah.
Oh, George Atkinson. Yo, you're getting bounced for George Atkinson.
Hey.
Go Power Ranger. Come on in here, George.
Come on, George. Hey, you know, George Atkinson always has a smiley face on his signature. Right?
Okay.
Let's go. Have a seat right here.
Okay. George.
Hey.
How are you, sir?
Man, I'm alive and well. I'm upright.
There you go. I'm gonna give you that there. Okay. There's your microphone. Raider Nation, give it up for the absolute legend, George Atkinson, joining us here. So, George, man, we've talked to you before, and I picked your brain about the Soul Patrol and the amazing secondary that you were part of back in the day. But I got to tell you, man, it's one thing to have a knucklehead fan like me interview you. It's a whole different story when you got somebody like John Gruden interview you. And your interview with Gruden on his new show.
Yeah.
Let me pick your brain a little bit about the current Raiders. You want to talk about some current Raiders?
Yeah.
You might have to, just a little bit. We'll keep it quick.
All right, let's do it.
We got pretty good players in our secondary. We got some great players. Of course, Marcus Epps just recently goes down. What is it? Is there a gel that needs to happen between a group of guys? Because you were, again, talk about the Soul Patrol. You all were together for a long time. Same four guys.
And you know, there is a chemistry that comes with playing together, and you develop it in practice, basically, and it carries over in the games. And I played with the same guys for like 9 years.
Wow!
So we had a great chemistry,
which is unheard of in the NFL just about nowadays.
Because of free agents.
Yeah.
But we had a great chemistry, and we were pretty good back there together. We could read each other, and we knew what each other would do at certain times. So, you know, we enjoyed playing together. And sadly to say is that those guys who I played with, Jack, Willie, Skip, they're gone.
Yeah.
Deceased. And I think about them quite a bit because, like I said, we were a close-knit group.
You were best friends.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. And I think that was part of the chemistry also. Being best friends and families knew each other, and we hung out together, and we sometimes ate dinner together at each other's house. So we had a special bond, and having that bond made us as good, I think, as we were as a group.
Absolutely, absolutely. Did you really run a 4.29?
You know, I had to pull John. I did run 4.3.
You ran a 4.3?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I had to.
Because that's the rumors that you were the fastest safety in the league back then.
Yeah. Yeah, and
everybody was fast though back in those Raider teams. Could you beat Cliff Branch in a foot race?
No. That's I was getting ready to say. I had the fastest time in camp before Cliff got there.
Okay.
And we used to race all the time, he and I.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were roommates for 8
I didn't know that.
years. Oh,
okay.
Yeah. On the road.
Okay.
You know, and we always talked about speed a whole bit, but no, Cliff was.
He was a different kind of fast, wasn't
he? He could have won the Olympics.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
You know, if he participated, he turned it down to play for the Raiders. And I ran track against Bob Hayes, who was the fastest human being.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I
did you beat him?
No. No. I did beat Jimmy Hines in a 40.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
And that was witnessed by a number of guys.
Okay, good deal.
40 yards, I was real quick, you know. And
well, you all were so explosive, and that's what made you all so great as a secondary. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Are you
ready?
sure?
Yep. Okay. Sure, yeah. Well, George, we know you got a busy night ahead of you. We'll let you go, and absolutely always an honor to talk to you. Always an honor to talk to you. Thank you for coming in and sitting with us. Give it up for the legendary George Atkinson, Raider Nation. What's up? Fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
There we go. Get more of them and less of me. Napoleon, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Good to see you, sir.
Nice
Good to see you. If you don't mind sitting down with us here, give it up for a Raider legend, Napoleon McCallum, joining us here at Raiders Fan Radio. Oop, there we go. Do what?
Throw some softball.
Oh.
No, I normally when I try to figure out what y'all going to talk about first, but
we can talk about it. We're a lighthearted podcast. We can talk about. We are live. We do have a chat room going there, but we can talk about anything you want to talk about.
Okay.
But I would like to pick your brain about one thing, because I think that there's something that Raider Nation is not. Go ahead and hold that for me. Is not aware of as how instrumental you were to bring the Raiders to Vegas.
Well, you know what? When I came here to Vegas, 27, 30 years ago, when people found out I was from the Raiders, they would always say that, for Las Vegas to be a legitimate city, we need a football team. I just kept hearing that all the time, and got to work with the XFL and JT the Brick doing announcing, and the crowds filled all the time. And so we just had to figure out, about the gaming issue. Luckily, I had gone to an ambassador responsible gaming class, and I talked with the professor during class, after class, just asking him questions. Why can't an NFL team come to Las Vegas? And he answered the question and basically told me, if anything, it would be best for the NFL to have a football team here because, we monitor everything. So we would be able to tell if the game was being fixed or things like that. So, got some confidence, and then I finally went to Mark Davis and said, hey, instead of trying to go to LA, why don't you come here to Las Vegas? And so we were working on it, introduced them to a lot of people, and went through a process that was a lot faster than Oakland, and we were ready. And finally, when he wasn't allowed to go back to LA, I called him back and said, hey, you got a place to live? And so he said, Nap, your ears must have been burned. So that's how, we got him here to Las Vegas.
So how did that feel, and what did that mean to you with your unique connection to the Raiders to be such a crucial part of putting that deal together? Like just personally, aside from the business side of it.
I guess I was the ideal man. I didn't do all the hard work. I worked for the Las Vegas Sands Corp, and they, help the Raiders negotiate and get through the community and state, and get all that figured out. I just did the invite. Thought it would be a great idea if they came there, and then just watched, and just so proud of how the Raiders have come here. I love this city. I've been here for 27, 30 years. I love the city. I love the community. I love the things that we do. And for the Raiders to come here and be a part of the community, not just take, but give.
Right, yes.
Be a part of the charities, this foundation, and other charities.
Mark told us that they started the Raiders Foundation for the Biletnikoffs. It was the first charity that Al never had a foundation, and it was Mark that did it, and the first one they did it was with the Biletnikoffs.
Awesome.
And it's, what a great partner to the city and to the community.
Definitely. And so Mark is highly respected here in Las Vegas, and rightfully so. He does a whole lot for the town, bringing the Aces here, or I don't know if he brought the Aces here, but bought them.
Yeah.
Made him champions. That's what
there you go, and danced with them afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty awesome. The facility, fantastic. fantastic. I mean, I'm sure you've been out to Allegiant Stadium.
Oh, been to Allegiant numerous times. Not Henderson.
Okay.
I'm not high enough on the on the rank there to see that one.
Which is an awesome facility too. Just state of the art. So
good to see.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was able to play again.
Yeah, right.
While they're here in Las Vegas, because man, it's just everything that you need to be a success is here. Mark has provided for them. Now it's just the team has got to get together and do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you about something that's a little personal to me.
Okay.
My oldest son is in the Navy. Oh, I've got a niece that graduated from the academy.
Wow.
We've got great friends of our show. The brother of one of my co-hosts, all naval. My son's a Seabee. He's stationed down in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Wow.
Talk a little bit about your naval career, because that was a very. There's nowadays modern day football, aside because you got to go back to Roger Staubach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to go back, and guys like you coming out of the service academies, like. You were a great player in the NFL coming out of the Naval Service Academy. And talk a little bit about your Navy career.
Wow. You know what? I had a lot of great experiences in the Navy. Even though I was a little bitter because I didn't get to play right after. I played right after college. My ship was dry docked in Long Beach.
Okay.
I was on an amphibious assault ship going through just refits, and so the first year I got to play, going back and forth, work during the day, breakfast and lunch. I was the assistant food service officer, so I did that, and then after lunch I got to go to the Raider practice.
Oh, no kidding.
And then so they gave me off for the weekends.
Okay.
To play.
Yeah, because you got a game to play.
And then, stand duty. So about our rotation was every fourth day you had to stay on board the ship. So I did all that. After Supply Corps school, they shipped me to another place. Actually, ironically, it was Oakland, Alameda.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so they had a naval air station there. And I was on a nuclear-guided missile cruiser that went out to sea. I was the dispersing officer and retail sales officer, so really no opportunity to play. Tried to stay in shape, running the steel decks of the ship.
Yeah.
And then I got reassigned to Naval Recruiting District San Diego. The Raiders had traded me to the Chargers. Tried out with the Chargers, made it to the last cut. Then I said Steve Ortmeyer was the general manager then, and made it to the last cut. Didn't make it. I went to him and said, "Hey, what do I got to do to make the team?" He said, "You got to run a 4.6, be under a 4.640." So I came back. I ran a 4.5. I ran a 4.58. And
okay.
I said, "Run it against the wind." 4.63. So I got cut from 100th of a second.
Oh no.
So I ended up calling the Raiders and said, the Chargers are going to probably cut me. He said, "Don't let them cut you. We want to trade for you back."
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So
was that Al that made that call?
I have no clue who made that decision, but Steve Ortmeyer had gone back to the Raiders in LA, and he wanted me back, and that was awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
The Raiders are, they're really important to me. Family. They believed in me when no one else would.
Yeah.
And took a chance on me. So it's just been an awesome experience with the Raiders.
Well, you were a great Raider. I mean, you still are a great Raider. Yeah. I mean, once a Raider, always a Raider. That never goes away. Yeah. But your performance on the field, like I was in college.
Yeah.
And later in high school during your career. You were fantastic. You're always so much fun to watch, and so we appreciate you. Thank you for sitting down with us for a few minutes here on our dopey little fan show that we do here, Raiders Fan Radio.
Good.
But yeah, Raider Nation, give it up for the great Napoleon McCallum. Let's go.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you so much.
right, you're
Appreciate
welcome.
you sitting down with us. Thank you. Enjoy the event.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
How we doing?
Well, it's hard. It's hard catching them at the because they want to go find a table.
They want to go settle in. Yeah. Do what?
Teo?
Who, Teo Johnson?
I don't know. You ever have him?
Nah, that's all right. Okay. All right. Well. Get someone coming off the red carpet? Sure.
And just kind of tap.
We'll just leave it on the red carpet front. I gotta take a drink and get a breath.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, will you would you mind shouting out the chat room real quick? I'm gonna unmute you.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back to the show, Michelle.
Oh, hey, sorry.
Yeah, there you are.
Okay. Oh.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi. Okay.
Hey, Michelle's our booker.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, you're crushing it right now.
Am
Let's go,
I?
dude.
I don't know.
Yes.
Well, we'll see. Actually, I am crushing it because this is stressful.
There's a lot going on, man.
Well, it's a lot going on, and everybody wants who we're trying to talk to.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I already asked him. Yeah. Okay, all right. So the chat. Jack Kenna's in there, Anna Diaz, Martin's in there, Martin from across the pond, Mark Burris, Jack Kenna, oh I already said that, Kenny Clark, Paul's in there, Vegas Raider Pete's in there, oh Captain Rafucio's in there. It's good to see all of you. Thank y'all for tapping in on a Friday night.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
This is fun, man. This is such a fun event, and I mean, just so what are we at? It's 6:40 now.
Yeah.
The event officially started 40 minutes ago, and just having these guys come through, man. It's like Michelle and I were talking about it on the way over. Like, this is the fan in us. Oh, there's Jim. See if we can get Jim. All right. See if we can get Plunkett over here. See if we can get him to make fun of me again like he did last year. Oh, but there he just sat down. Damn it. All right, let's see if we can get Jim in here. 2-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. Let's see if we can get him over here. Michelle's bartering with him. Let's see, live update. I'm gonna live update you on Plunkett. He didn't want to talk to us again? Oh, he'll be here in a minute. Okay, all right. So, oh, you know what? Everybody probably heard you. Oh, no, they didn't.
Oh, they heard me asking. Oh, did you mute me?
I had you muted.
Good job.
Yeah, I know, right? I caught that. So, yeah, no, you're back off mute again now.
All right, scan the room and see if there's anyone that
yeah, so there was Plunkett.
People are coming in
okay, here, I'm going to
fast.
flip this thing around here.
And I will try to catch Villapiano when he comes back through, but he went straight to, he wanted to find his table.
Oh, okay, good deal.
Good deal. Totally understand.
Well, and Phil, you can hear him before you see him. Oh, here comes Jim.
Oh, cool. Oh.
Come on, Jim. Get your ass over here. We got Plunkett coming, hopefully. Jim's over there. He's pressing the flesh. Everybody wants a moment with the great Jim Plunkett. We're waiting on Plunkett's coming over right now. We're getting Plunkett right now.
Yeah, Teo's coming over too.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Right here.
So you got the Power Ranger stickers?
Oh, no, you're
Yeah, absolutely. We got the Power Ranger stickers. Yeah, man. Have a seat. Good to see you.
There he is.
Raider Nation, give it up. What's up, Tail? How are you, brother?
Tremendous.
Yeah, man. Good to see you. Talk a little bit about this event and what the Biletnikoffs mean to you, man.
Oh, cool. Who is it?
I got deep
What's he done?
Oh, he's on the Raiders. Defensive end. And Sibley Scholes is here.
Oh yeah, we already asked her. She said she'd come over, but she's the host, so she's probably got a lot.
Oh, sure.
To do. I don't think so. Yeah. Her and I can't remember the other guy's name. There's two, her and someone else.
Just an amazing guy. Just an amazing foundation.
I see a lot of faces, and I'm like,
I know. Okay, well, Jim blew me off because he said he would follow me, and then he didn't.
Yeah,
He didn't.
absolutely. Yeah, they're literally doing the Lord's work, man. It's incredible. what they're doing. So talk a little bit about.
Legends together. I mean, where else we can see these guys in the same?
That's well, and yourself included, man.
Got almost like an old school mafia.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, where else do you get to see? Where else do you get to see George Atkinson, and you know what I mean? And to sit down with George and Freddie, and like, yeah, absolutely. So talk a little bit. Tell us a little bit about what you're up to, man.
Well, not much, being retired and all, but we have a small business that's a fan shuttle that takes people to Allegiant Stadium and back on game day.
Oh, okay.
We work with Circa downtown and Golden Nugget Plaza, and we work with Palm, so we do a shuttle from those two locations.
Okay.
We're going pretty well. We brought this. We've been doing this in San Francisco for some years.
Okay.
Service here. People seem to like it. You know, the same buses the players use.
Oh, good for you. So you live here in Vegas?
Yeah, I've been here for 8 years now.
Oh, have you really? Okay, cool, good deal. What brought you to Vegas?
I just, wanted to start over, and it really is the land of milk and honey, so I couldn't say no.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, good deal, man. Well, so what do you think about this? What do we got to look forward to on Sunday? Give me your take.
Man, I mean,
we played on some good football teams.
AP's going to get guys ready to play. I'm just a fan now. All I can ask is that we're competitive.
Yeah.
And I know AP did that last year with the guys. It wasn't a good game last week. Everybody knows that. So, he's going to keep it real. He's keeping it real. And I think you'll see these guys come out with their hair on fire.
Yeah.
At least be competitive. That's all we can ask.
That's all we can ask for, man. That's what we hope for, right?
Because, the field goals are going to go left. The balls are going to get dropped. And as long as we're competitive, I can't complain.
Absolutely. Good deal. Well, thank you, brother, for coming over and sitting down with us for a minute. Good to see you. Take care, man. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, he usually is. I really.
All right, Raider Nation, there we go.
Different time.
Let's see, who we got next? We got Jim coming in yet? How are we on Jim, Michelle? He's off doing gym stuff?
Yeah.
All right. I guess we're not going to get.
I wonder if the times
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that probably had a lot.
Oh, well. Okay. All right. So no Jim Plunkett, so you just get me.
We lied.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to flip the camera back around here. They said they couldn't hear Teo. I don't know what's going on. He's kind of a quiet speaker, though, too.
Oh, it says,
Raider Nation, talk amongst yourself.
We just got this text. It said our program's about to begin. Please make your way to your seat.
Make your way to your seats. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're probably going to start wrapping it up here. Just had Teo Johnson on. Good to see him and appreciate him. Let's see, who else? You got anybody else coming in here?
No, I looked out here. And
there's nobody?
No. I mean, people are still signing in. But
Really?
it's not.
Well, we'll keep it going here for a second, see if we can't get another one or two.
Take another peek.
Okay. And then, so Raider Nation, so I'm going to flip this camera around to mute Michelle's mic. Oh, thank you, Paul. Good looking out, Paul. Producer Paul in the UK, if you need him. Appreciate you very much. All right, so there's your red carpet, and people are starting to file in, and we're going to flip the camera around after we get done with our live stream. We're just going to flip the camera around and point it at the stage so you guys can kind of get an idea of what's going on here for the Biletnikoff Foundation. What an incredible event. We're so very, very proud to be part of this amazing organization based on your generosity and your support, Raider Nation. We thank you guys so very, very much. We love you so much. Let's see who else we got. Let me check out the chat room here. Paul, as I mentioned, thank you for calling that one. Hooligan says turn Michelle's mic off. Oh, well, I got it off now.
I think
To who? Who? Jim?
I thought he was coming.
The elusive Jim Plunkett. There he is. Jim! Grab him. Drag his ass over here. Here he comes. There we go. Oh, now he's going to take a leak. That Jim Plunkett, I'm telling you, that elusive That elusive Jim Plunkett.
He's like the Yeti.
He's like the Yeti. What the heck, man?
But I don't have any proof.
What the heck? Man, Jim, I turned your microphone back on, Michelle.
Oh, good. Thanks for the warning.
Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, Plunkett freaking ghosted us.
Yeah.
He looked, I waved at him. He looked me dead in the eye and then walked off, which is basically like a middle finger from
That's
a two-time Super Bowl winner.
Absolutely a middle finger.
I mean, jeez.
You got the middle finger.
That's the second year in a row I've gotten a middle finger from Jim Plunkett. Oh my gosh. I'm trading his football cards. Who? Sylvie? No, she didn't want to come over? Yeah, that's all right. No Jim?
No Jim. He must have made a beeline to the bathroom.
All right. So be it. Fine. We don't want to talk to Jim Plunkett anyways. Like anybody on this show would want to hear from Jim Plunkett.
We'll just rerun last year's.
Go back last year and listen to Jim Plunkett. Basically get mad at me. Basically.
Pretty much.
He kicks Phil Villapiano out of the chair.
Oh, and Phil.
To take Sandra Douglas's Morgan's spot and then makes fun of me.
No, I never saw her.
You never saw Sandra?
I haven't seen Mark Davis either.
And Mark usually rolls in late.
Yeah, that's true.
He kind of straggles in.
Yeah,
that's one of the cool things about having the camera on late.
Yeah.
Is that it'll be cool to like, you know what I mean?
And you can't miss him because he always wears all white.
You can't miss Mark Davis, yeah. Absolutely. I love it. Everybody's making fun of us about Jim. This is Jim hasn't scrambled this much since 1983. he avoided me like I was part of the Denver defense. Like, what the heck? Oh my gosh. He looked right at me and was like, nah, I don't want to go on that stupid show again.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, with that dope. Yeah. Damn it, Jim. You know what? Now it gets to the point, though, where I'm done being starstruck. I'm just going to yell at him when he comes in. Get your ass over here, Jim Plunkett. Jeez, Jim. Like, for crying out loud. It's for Jim, it's for charity. It's for charity, Jim. Like, look what we're doing. We're raising money. We got a check over here.
Hey, Murph.
What's up, brother?
Ready to rock, bro.
Good to see you, Rock. How are you, man? Good.
I'm
Appreciate
good.
you, man.
No.
Thank you so much.
The other day I was on the show watching you guys.
Yeah, right on, man. Yeah. Heck yeah.
I love when you guys do.
Oh, thank you,
I don't always
man.
get to comment because most of the time I'm trying to go through stuff, figure out some stuff, because I'm working on other things.
Yeah.
Bro, I love the show.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you.
Me, Navajo on the Go was the one that's my brother Jason, Jay Jackson.
Yeah,
so
of course.
So when you busting him out, I'll be like, yeah, isn't he from Arizona? You had to crack it up. I was like, literally, he said that right there, bro. Crack it up. He goes, I can't believe he just did that. And I was like, hey, listen, we're Arizona days.
That's the camera. You're just
Oh, shit.
trying to get them donations.
Welcome to
my phone was right here and I looked down and I was like,
welcome to OnlyFans Foundation Radio.
Hey, anything for the foundation.
But give it up for Raider. Hey, Raider Rock, come poke your head in over here. Just show me your face there, brother. Show me. He's a big supporter of our show here at Raiders Fan Radio. We appreciate you so very, very much, man. Thank you so much. Love always seeing you in the chat room, man.
Oh, man. We love what you guys do.
Thank you, brother.
How you guys represent everything that we do. We always want to make sure that we're all represented together. So, much love, Raider Nation. We all do things together. All the way from Hawaii, Canada, Australia, China. We all got you.
Let's go.
Raiders all day.
Raiders! Right on. Thank you, brother.
Was I muted?
No, you're not muted.
Oh, great. I was making a lot.
So you didn't go to the bathroom or something, did you?
No.
We'll have like a naked gun moment.
Man, I'm trying to get these donations for anything for the foundation.
We'll take a leak on air. We'll friggin', put our crotch in.
Because she's really the only one that would have got.
Oh, there we go. They're yelling at us to get to our seats.
All right.
Where's that damn Jim Plunkett? I swear, I'm gonna end up fighting Jim Plunkett before this thing is over. I'm fighting Jim Plunkett. You watch. He'd probably kick my ass, but still, I'll try really hard.
I just got my nails done.
But yeah, so we got to get going here in a minute and see what time we got. Jeff says Dick's Fan Radio. Absolutely. Man, sorry about that. So we got it's 6:52, and your third favorite podcast host still hasn't peed yet, and I have a almost 52-year-old bladder that's been pulling on high noon here, and so I'm gonna definitely have to get going here in a minute.
I need to go.
Yeah, we might need to do that, but again, we're gonna leave this thing running, but. I really wanted to get Jim. Just because I want to bust his chops.
Yeah.
I want to get him over here and just be like, how come you don't like me, Jim?
Right, what did I ever do to you?
What did I do to you, Jim, that made you not?
Yeah.
Tell him if he comes back in, tell him 2 minutes.
Why do you hate us? Okay, here we go.
We just want to chat with him for a couple of minutes. Get him on the show. Teo Johnson was great. Thank you, Teo.
Well, not upside down, no?
Let's see, I'll flip the camera around so you guys can see the red carpet there. Better than looking at me.
Well, I'm good, I promise.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
Shirt. I got to wear it on my suit jacket too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kenny Clark says he'll come around. Anna Diaz is in there. Appreciate you, Anna. What's up, baby? What's up, Vibrator?
Readers, but they don't have time to pull those out. Oh, perfect.
My baby.
Awesome. Yeah.
So awesome that you're in there. Martin is in there. What's up, Martin from the UK? What is it? Freaking winter over there?
We went to like
it's late. Appreciate you, Martin, very, very much. Martin's a blast, man. Martin has been a joy to interact with, not only here on the show, but his emails. And oh shoot, I still got your microphone not muted.
I just said I need to pee. You need to wrap this up. Oh. Did you hear me?
All right. They're really yelling at us here. I really do. I want to yell at Jim Plunkett. For real. If he comes walking back in here, I might even call him a bad name just to get his attention. Yeah, we got to get going here in a minute, Michelle.
Yeah, we do.
Shout out. I don't know how many times we're going to shout out the chat room. But I don't know, tell him something, Michelle. Tell him something.
I don't know what to tell him. I'm overwhelmed with all these people.
I know,
there's so many cool people. I tried to get Philippine. Oh, and they're playing Steely Dan? Oh my gosh.
Do what?
Is it a lot of people?
Paul, they're playing Steely Dan. Can you hear it?
This is less total, but there's been a lot of these celebs coming through. But none of the Hollywood people are here.
No, I noticed that.
None of the Hollywood people. It's been a lot of Raider legends coming through. But normally we get like Shooter McGavin. I really wanted to ask Shooter about Happy Gilmore too, man.
Yeah.
There he is. Jim!
Oh, can you run? Oh.
Jim! Oh, he just gave me a wave. Oh, sorry, we're back to the crotch show again. I'm gonna go run over there.
We're trying to pull.
I'm gonna go run over there.
Okay.
Are you? Okay. I'm staying mic'd, and I'm gonna go get him.
Stay mic'd. Okay.
I'm running over to get the great Jim
Plunkett.
Plunkett.
They're playing Steely Dan, so I'm super excited. Y'all probably can't hear us. So
He's signing cards.
So I wonder, is he still? I can't hear. So I don't know if he's still mic'd up. Should I be quiet? Can y'all hear Murph? Chat? Or I wonder if I'm muted. It's a button over there. Let me see, maybe they'll say, no one's answering. Can you guys hear me in the chat, or am I still muted?
All right, Raider Nation, I'm still working on getting Jim Plunkett in here. He's signing autographs. I'm totally stalking Jim Plunkett right now.
I don't think they can hear me.
He's probably thinking I'm a really weird guy, but I don't care because I'm not getting him on this damn show.
Listen,
Watch.
You're not kidding. Well, and last year okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, good, okay. So, Murph's trying
Hey, Jim, can we get you for 2 minutes?
I don't think it's going to happen.
2 minutes, just to sit down and chat with us for a second on the show?
And he'll come pull it. So, anyway.
Okay.
Let me shut out the chat here.
There she is right there.
Oh, you can hear Murph too. Okay,
it'll just be a couple minutes. He's coming. All right, we got him.
Mute me.
There he is. Give it up, Raider Nation.
I would say that.
Hi, honey. Here's your mic, Jim. That's for you. Give it up for Jim Plunkett.
Oh, sit up.
There we go. We'll get the camera on you because no one wants to see me. They want to see you. They want to see this two-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP, for crying out loud. How are you, Jim?
I'm great, thank you.
How come you avoid me like I'm a Denver defensive end?
Because you're a Denver defensive end.
No, we appreciate you sitting down here with us at Raiders Fan Radio. What do you think about this this recent announcement of the Hall of Fame? And you're deservingly of being in it.
Well, I mean, it'd be a great thrill. We've waited a long time. My whole family's been waiting a whole long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great honor if I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and so many great Raider legends, obviously already in the Hall of Fame, but so many still that absolutely, yourself, Lester Hayes, I think absolutely needs to be there, and a handful of others. But real quick, I know we'll keep you fast because we're getting ready to start. What does the Biletnikoff Foundation mean to you, and tell us why you attend this event?
Fred's been a friend a long time. The year I came to the Raiders, he was on IR. I really never got to play with him, but he does great work here. Raises a lot of money for good cause, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And I appreciate him and Angela inviting my wife and myself, every year to this event.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the Biletnikoff Foundation. Thank you for jumping on for a couple minutes here at Raiders Fan Radio. And we have our nonprofit as well, which is the One Nation Foundation. Sure. And this show supports that foundation, and we can't do that without our amazing folks in Raider Nation, and you are helping bring people to that. So thank you very much for taking just a couple of minutes. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Mike. Right. I appreciate it.
All right. Give it up, Raider Nation, for Jim Plunkett. We got him. We got him.
I can barely get up. Wait a minute.
Thank you, Jim. I told you I was going to get Jim Plunkett on this show. Finally, we got Jim. I had to yell at him. Michelle, I had to yell at him.
Oh, did you? Okay,
I had to stalk him.
Well,
so now I've stalked Jim Plunkett.
Nice.
I've yelled at Jim Plunkett. I've confronted
What else could you do?
Jim Plunkett.
What else could you do? Am I muted still? Did you get me unmuted?
Yeah, you're unmuted. I'm like, get your ass on this show, Jim Plunkett.
Yeah.
I don't know what
you were going to have to manhandle him for me.
And now I think we really do got to go. Okay, Raider Nation, I think we got to dip out now. We're getting ready to start. We love you so much. Thank you to everybody that's joined in the chat room tonight. We're going to leave this thing running. We're going to have the camera going. And so you guys can take a look at what's going on. Let me spin this around. Say your goodbyes, Michelle.
Oh, thank y'all for tuning in. Catch Murph on the dance floor later. Just kidding. He will not be on the dance floor.
No, I will not be there. There's Jim Plunkett right there. Look, I got Jim again. He don't even know it. I got him.
Thanks for tuning in. Okay, am I muted?
No, you're not muted.
Because
Okay. All right, Raider Nation, we're done. We love you guys so very, very much. Thank you for your support of Raiders Fan Radio, and thank you for everything you do to support the One Nation Foundation, most importantly. We love you. Go Raiders. Here we go. We're going to get on with JT the Brick here in a minute. Just saw JT a minute ago, and he said, so what are we doing? Are we going to go live? I'm like, well, yeah. You want to go live? We'll go live. Man, it's already been an absolutely blast of an event tonight. We just got done having dinner. They introduced all the Raider legends. I hope you guys got a chance to see some of that up there. That was fantastic, man. Seeing all those Raider legends up there. Of course, owner Mark Davis took the stage. Man, Mike Haynes looks like he could still play. And it was incredible when, I don't know why they had the Broncos former receiver Rick Upchurch on, but when Rick Upchurch went up there, it was like Mike was covering him. It was great. And then Phil Villapiano gets on there and goes, I hate Rick Upchurch. That was pretty funny, man. Great moment up there between the legends. And, of course, Lincoln Kennedy is here. And George Atkinson is here. And, man, just it's been so much fun to watch these guys and to see the support of the Biletnikoff Foundation. And so we cannot appreciate those guys enough. And, we talk about all the time that Raider Nation is family. And you see an event like this, and it absolutely shows that. Unfortunately, Freddie B wasn't able to be here tonight. He's recovering from shoulder surgery. And so he wasn't able to be here. But his lovely wife, Angela, is here. And so that was cool. Seeing her take the stage and introduce her daughter and whatnot, that was awesome. So right now they're beginning we got Sylvie Scholes up there and Mark S. Allen, not Marcus Allen, but Mark S. Allen, who are hosting the event this year. We got them up on the stage and they're getting ready to introduce the auctioneers. And so we go up last, right before the band, which is a fun spot because we're the only thing standing between everybody going home or dancing. We're pals at Raiders Fan Radio, so that'll be interesting. But we're going to look forward to getting up there and doing that. I'm looking for JT. I'm waiting for JT to come walking back in the room. And then as soon as he comes in here, we'll flag him down. There he is. Oh, he's He's getting love from the fans. He's walking in, of course, with George Atkinson. Let me go over there. I'm gonna go grab JT. So JT's gonna run over and grab his drink, and then that will be going on here. Yeah, this has already been a lot of fun, man. So many super fans, so many just big time people that you know from, different various forms of Raiders media, whether it be fan created content or, a guy like JT, who you can't get more bona fides than freaking JT the Brick, for crying out loud. And so, really, really cool to see the support, and like I said, even Mark Davis, one of the Raiders as well. And you hear you got the Aces playing tonight. They had a big game against the Liberty, and what does he do? Is he comes here, and so anyway, so here comes JT back over. We're gonna go ahead and get him mic'd up, and then we'll see you guys here in just a minute, man. This is gonna be freaking cool. First chance we've had this is the first time we've had an opportunity to talk to JT. So. Thank you, bro. I'm gonna clip that on you real quick.
There you go.
That should be good.
Perfect.
All right. No, we can sell you. All right, good deal. We hear you good. Oh my gosh, Raider Nation. Whoops, that's yours.
Okay.
Give it up for the legendary JT the Brick. Brother, thank you so much for jumping on.
Thanks for letting me have
here.
a light cocktail and have a good night tonight.
Heck yeah, man. Oh my gosh, we're doing great, man. Great to see you. This is the first time we've had an opportunity to chat with you on the show.
It's way too long in the making because I'm trying to build my YouTube channel and I'm following what you did with your success.
Oh, wow, thank you.
So fantastic to be here on a really good night with the Biletnikoffs and a big game coming up against Cleveland.
Absolutely. Talk a little bit about the Biletnikoffs and what this event means to you, because you're always here representing so much.
Yeah, I've been with them, unfortunately, with the loss of Tracy from the day it happened and after that. So we just continue to try to raise money for Tracy's Place of Hope. And there's the golf tournament and there's the crab feed. Those are the two big events.
Sure.
And they're big events. They raise a lot of money. Like you can hear here, they're going to have a live auction coming up. And it all goes to Tracy's Place of Hope as they're trying to build more centers for women who are at risk and really need a safe place to live, a place that they can call home if they've been in a bad place, if it's sex trafficking, if it's domestic violence, if they lost someone in their family and they're kind of on the streets, and they can come to a place because of the legacy of Tracy and be safe.
Yeah.
And Freddie and Angela really care about that, and as you saw earlier tonight, Mark cares about it. So Mark puts a lot of money into this, and the Raider organization does. So the amount of money that they've raised going to a good cause, and I like to be involved with it because out of all the charities I've been lucky to be involved with, this is the one that I'm closest to because it means so much to me because Fred's like a second dad to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize y'all were that tight.
Yeah, I have one father, and my dad's still alive. He's 86, and he's my hero, and he's the most important person in my life. But I'm fortunate to talk to Fred every day. And my dad every day, and Fred's changed my life, man. He took me under my wing when I got here, under his wing, and we have a lot of good conversations about not just football, but about life, and whatever I can do to help him and Angela, I'll do.
Wow, that's incredible. What an amazing story there.
Well,
Glad to hear that, man. The relationships, that's what Raider Nation does best, doesn't it?
When you've been around this organization and you start to see the alumni, like when we were walking out and coming back to you, George Atkinson. So George gave me my start. First guy I ever worked with on the Raiders pregame show was George Atkinson in 1998, and George is a mentor to me. So getting to know these alumni, and we're starting to lose them. We lost Jim Otto, and some of the guys that are in their 80s and their 70s.
We interviewed Daryl 3 months before he passed at this event, you know?
Which is pretty amazing. But all of these guys, as you know, because you got a big platform, you get to know them. Like Jim Plunkett tonight. You see Jim Plunkett, and you get to know him. And now I'm looking back knowing Jim Plunkett for 27 years.
Wow.
And I consider him a friend, also a mentor for what he's gone through in his life. I mean, who has a better story than Jim Plunkett about overcoming adversity and becoming a legend?
Yeah, a great redemption story. When it comes to Jim.
And he's on the Hall of Fame list again.
You saw that,
and it's really
Is Phil on there? Did Phil make it
Phil's
on there?
on that list.
Okay,
See, there's a lot of guys on that list. And
Lester's the one that we scream all the time and pound the table for. Like, Lester
I agree
needs to
with
be
you.
in there.
And when we just saw what happened with Lester on the last one, as I'm pretty tight with Eric Allen working with him.
Okay.
He was a
Sure.
finalist. And a lot of his finalists became because of his years with the Eagles and with Reggie White and what he did with Buddy Ryan. But he got that close. And hopefully he goes back again. But with the Raider alumni, you never want to make a priority of who should go first or second. Art Powell's probably the one because he was the closest.
Wow.
So I would assume that out of this group, the one that has the best chance is Art Powell because he was that close.
Because he was that close.
Yes. He should get in. And then Lester Hayes. And then for those who say Jim Plunkett, agree. Those who think of George Atkinson, Phil Villapiano, Rod Martin. I mean, you look at all the names that are on that list. It's a pretty impressive group.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, absolute legend, especially when you bring up George. I mean, you can't name a more legendary secondary. I think the Legion of Boom maybe comes close. But outside of that, in terms of secondary group, these guys played together for 9 years. It's unbelievable what they were able to do. And sadly, and I think that, JT, it's sad to me that a lot of these Raiders getting inducted posthumously, it breaks my heart. I mean, Kenny Stabler was my guy growing up. He's my all-time favorite player. And then, of course, Cliffy, and it's just like, it's just sad that the NFL waits that long. And I don't want to be the police for the freaking, Hall of Fame, but man, they got to get it right on some of these Raiders.
Yeah, you just nailed it. It hit home with me. I had one of my biggest honors of my career is I emceed both Cliff Branch's and Kenny Stabler's Hall of Fame party in Canton, and they both weren't there. Right? So you think about who showed up at Stabler's party. I always tell this great story. Stabler's party was a big rock and roll, over the top, Leonard
As
Skinner.
It should be,
Alabama.
right? Yeah.
And we're sitting there. My job that night was when anybody walked in, I would jump on stage and introduce them. So, Dan Marino showed up, Jim Kelly, younger guys. And then all of a sudden it's about 1 a.m. and Fred's smoking a cigarette outside and guys are like thinking the night's gonna wind down. And then I look up and all of a sudden Mel Blount, Mean Joe Green, Franco Harris.
Oh my God.
And there was one more. I think it was, I don't know if it was one more Hall of Famer walking together. Mel Blount had the cowboy hat on and said, wow. And I got up and introduced them and they all came late because they were going to other parties, but they knew they had to go to that one last because they knew it was going to be the latest one and the best party. And then Cliff's party, I was behind the scenes as the MC of that, and I was one of the only people that found out only 2 days before that Diana Ross was going to perform. And Mark Davis spent, off the record, a lot of money and brought Diana Ross in for 10 songs. And when everybody got word of that in Canton that night, Jerry Jones, everybody started making their way to that party. And you made a good point. Cliff wasn't there for it. And that party should have been 20 years earlier.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
So now when it comes to Lester, the one thing about Lester, he's still a young man, but Lester needs to have his party. And if he does, Mark Davis will throw it and it'll be a big deal.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So I got to ask you, shifting a little bit off the Raiders, more over to you. One of the things I've always admired about you, and pardon me while I fanboy out here for a second, I was a big Rome guy forever.
Yeah, me too.
You got your start. Well, you got your start winning the Smack Off, and as a caller into that show, and then absolutely transformed into one of the most inspiring careers, especially because you're with the Raiders, and which is obviously my favorite football team. And so for you to transfer into that and to migrate for somebody I'm just a fan. That's why we call the show Raiders Fan Radio. I'm just a dopey fan with an opinion that likes to talk to my friends. But that idea that you took that and then made it into this incredible media career, JT, that's badass, man. I don't know if you hear that enough from people. But
well, I always say this, I was a stockbroker at Merrill Lynch in La Jolla. I won that contest, the first ever Smack Off. If I didn't win that contest, I wouldn't be talking to you today. I wouldn't be with the Raiders. I wouldn't have a show. I wouldn't have worked at Fox or Mad Dog Radio now. It all started from that. So when I go back and look back at the run I've been on, which I really enjoy and I'm humbled by it, it all started because of that. If I didn't win that, so in life, if you come in second or third place, there's nothing wrong with that. That's amazing. If you come in second in a track and field event, if you come in second and do something great in life in a project, that's great. If I didn't win that Smack Off and come in first, there was no career coming in second.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a very big, I believe in fate. I met my wife at a Rolling Stone concert walking in, blind, just walking in with her, that was fate. I wouldn't have met her if I didn't win the Smack Off.
No kidding.
My kids wouldn't have been born because I never would have met my wife if I didn't win the Smack Off. So it all comes full circle. And the fact that I won that contest and I started on the radio in overnights, the reason I got hired by the Raiders is so many Raider fans called me overnights.
Okay.
So, because I was on KMBR when I started.
Yeah.
That had a signal and an audience that went from Seattle all the way down to Mexico.
What year was that you were on
That was
KMBR?
96. I won the Smack Off. I started on the radio in 96. I got hired by the Raiders in 98.
Is that still like Gary Radnich, Ralph Barbieri, around that time?
It was that time.
Okay, Pete Franklin.
Pete Franklin was there. Pete Franklin took a liking to me.
No kidding, what a legend he
And
is.
I met him, which was great. And I met a lot of those guys at KMBR, but the long story short on that whole thing, and I brought it up on my show this week, was none of this would have happened if I didn't meet Rob Rivera, the head of the Black Hole. Because
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he started the Black Hole, and I had to go to him and ask permission to start doing what I wanted to do on the radio with the Black Hole.
Okay.
Because I knew early on that my career wouldn't have took off with the Raiders without the Black Hole.
Okay.
So I give them all my credit.
That's awesome,
Yeah, they were
man.
great,
That's
great
awesome.
guys.
Your story is fantastic, man.
Well,
And
I
it's
appreciate
inspiring.
it.
It's
Well,
for
your
somebody.
story's inspiring because you're putting out really good content,
Well, thank you.
which Raider fans need to hear. So we'll wrap it up with the game coming up.
Okay, please do.
So I woke up this morning. I got a swim in at the house because it's 100 degrees. And I'm getting ready to go do the show, and I get a text. I knew Max wasn't going to play. I know Max pretty well.
Okay.
Not from him, but I had a sense he wasn't going to play. And then I found out Devontae wasn't going to play. Then we found out that Thayer Mumford wasn't going to play. We know that Epps isn't going to play. We know that Malcolm Kuntz is gone for the year. This is a very pivotal moment right now for the Las Vegas Raiders. They need a massively great performance with several backups who play above their ability, beat Cleveland, press pause, get to 2-2, and fight for the next 4 games, not the rest of the season.
Okay.
John Gruden taught me, pulled me aside. Great moment in my career, pulled me in his office and said, it's 4 games. After the 4, it's another 4. Then it's the next 4. We got to get to 2-2. 2-2 gives us a breath to get to 4-4, to get to 5-4, to get to 6-5, whatever it's going to be. So all my years, my 27 years with the team, we have to win this game Sunday against Cleveland.
It's a must win that early. Do you think that this we were speculating earlier that this could be one of the defining moments of Antonio Pierce's young coaching career?
I don't want to go there. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's I can get overly dramatic on the radio, but here I'm not.
Okay,
Same
yeah.
with you, right? You can you can go ape shit on the radio and go nuts, right?
Yeah.
And then you tone it down. Here, I don't think it's defining. Players get hurt, players win, players lose.
Okay.
But it could be a really great galvanizing moment because if they can win with all these guys, out,
that's fun.
and
Yeah.
they all come back, it could be a really big push to the next 4 games. I'm only talking 4.
We'll get 4 at a time. Love it, man. JT the Brick, absolutely a legend. Raider Nation, you know who he is, but follow him anyways on the socials. Of course, the show that you do, amazing, Raider Nation Radio. And shout out Harry Ruiz, who fills in for you at times. I mean, such a great guy. And again, thank you for what you do for the Biletnikoff Foundation. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Thanks for
This is
having me.
fantastic, JT.
Really enjoyed this. We should have did it a while ago. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We'll do it again. I'm not sure what happened. There's some sort of medical event that's going on, and so out of respect for that, we're not going to keep the camera over there. I don't know what's going on, but someone got sick or something, and yeah. So, anyways, yeah, man, I think we're getting ready to go up on stage here in a little bit, and we're going to have that recorded, so I think I'm going to probably shut this thing off for now. And, we got the interview in there with JT, which was fantastic. Can't thank JT enough for joining us on the show, man. He came over and he's like, hey, man, what are we doing? He's like, why are we not getting on the air? And I'm like, well, let's do that. So that was amazing, man, getting JT on there. What an absolute legend he is. And yeah, so wish nothing but the best for that person that had that medical emergency there. So, yeah, pretty wild stuff. But anyways, so I'm going to turn this thing off, and we're going to present our check. We'll have a video up of that. And don't forget, Raider Nation, like, we do this for you. We don't do this for you. You do this for us. But when we go up there and present that check, it's on your behalf is what I'm trying to say, is that the generosity that you share with us at Raiders Fan Radio and the One Nation Foundation is absolutely incredible. And so we were definitely going to highlight that up there and let everybody know where that money comes from. It doesn't come from us, it comes from you. We're just the vessels. And so we appreciate you very, very much for everything you've done for Raiders Fan Radio for this year, everything you've done for the One Nation Foundation this year. So signing off for now. We will see you next Wednesday. We'll be back. Let's beat the crap out of the Browns. For crying out loud, can we beat the damn Browns? As JT said, it's not going to be a definitive moment in AP's career, but this is going to be a big thing to galvanize this football team. So let's hope that the Raiders have a lot of success coming up against the Cleveland Browns. And man, we've already heard about people selling their tickets. So hopefully there's not a huge presence of the dog pound, especially in the black hole and stuff, but I have a feeling there might be. And we also heard I'll just say this, I'll leave you with a tasty tidbit here. We heard that the rumor mill is way wound up about another coach. I'll just say that. We will see how this thing goes over the next year, maybe 2, but there might be somebody that's nicknamed after a doll. I'll just say that the rumor mill is quite cranked up about around here. So no one is calling for anything to be, like anybody to be dismissed or moved on from. It's not about that. But it's all about that if this doesn't work out over the next year or 2, don't be surprised if you see somebody you've seen before take the helm back of the silver and black, which I'm not rooting for it. I don't want it. I love the guy that we have now, and I hope he has the utmost and ultimate success with this football team. But it's wild, man. The rumors and stuff that you hear floating around, which again, they're just rumors. It doesn't mean shit. And I'm just a dopey fan that has ears. So anyways, we love you guys. Love you so very, very much, Raider Nation. Thank you again. And so here, signing off from the Biletnikoff Foundation event here at the fabulous Westgate Casino and Resort here in lovely Las Vegas. Your old buddy Murph signing out. All right. See ya. Good night. Love you.